Welcome to Triple Fist Bump, the premier gaming podcast where you can listen to opinions across generations. I'm the Kid Dream, joined with my two co-hosts, Chris.
Rise from 1,000 years ago.
And Osiris.
Titania's better, but this guy is alright too.
Okay,
Dang.
You didn't do it. Okay.
I was really wondering if you would have the second verse ready.
I was that's why it was such a big pause. I'm like, I swear, if this man does the second verse.
Why not?
What? No.
Too late.
No.
It's too
No,
late.
I'm not. No.
You should have done
No.
it, then we could have gone into like a whole improvised singing
No.
of the intro.
We have never been coordinated before. No, we ain't gonna start now.
Yeah, we were.
Yeah.
Sayonara Wild Hearts.
I mean, that was half coordinated.
It wasn't even planned though.
Yeah, but see, that's why it was better. See,
Dang.
it has to happen naturally of its own free will.
I was wondering if you would follow up, but I'm really disappointed that you didn't. Anyway,
I mean, honestly, I forgot
January
the second verse.
games.
I only remember the last verse, so you.
All I remember is the.
That's the melody. That's the
I
melody.
know that's the
Yeah,
end
see,
melody.
so you can't be disappointed because you didn't even know it either. I could have just said, hey, you wouldn't know.
I
You
would
wouldn't know
have.
what.
I
No.
would have because
No.
that's the obvious beginning. Anyway, let's not argue about this for 2 hours.
How about that? That's the middle sound.
It's not actually. Anyway,
You don't know either, though. You just said the melody. So how do you know? That's
There
right.
were no lyrics. There were no lyrics with that melody.
Yeah. You just said a sound.
All right, but I played.
too much engage. Yeah, we know.
Well, we were going to get to Engage later, though. We weren't starting with Engage. January was a month for games, but there's only one game to talk about, really.
Into the breach.
Stop saying all my stuff. I was going to say Engage, and then I was going to say, actually, I did some Into the Breach, too, and now I'm just awkwardly sitting here because you killed all the transitions.
Good.
I played Path of Radiance, and it was awesome.
You know what else was awesome? Into the Breach.
I also played that. I can't confirm its awesomeness.
Yes. Advanced Edition came out, and I've already played it, but I had the most successful losing run of all time.
It was sad.
Yeah, that's
It
every
was really
game in Into the
sad.
Breach.
No, you
No.
don't understand.
I was winning so hard. I was
Yeah, that's
winning
the-
too
yeah.
hard.
Yeah, that's how
No,
it goes.
No, you don't understand though.
I was using the hazardous mechs, right? And I had the boy Henry Kwan in the hazardous mechs.
Okay.
I don't actually remember what mech he was in. It was probably the grappling hook one. But yeah.
Oh, you didn't tell me about this one.
Yeah, this was the most successful losing run. This is more successful than the other one.
Oh.
There are 3 main runs to talk about, but first I want to talk about this hazardous mechs run. So, Into the Breach introduced a whole bunch of new enemy types in Advanced Edition. And they all pose really unique challenges. They also introduced basically everything that was already in the game. They just added more of it. There are more enemies. There are more bosses. There are more pilots. There are more mechs. There are more moves. More objectives on the map.
Which is cool.
Yeah, and all of that is cool, right? But I decided to go back to a mech group that I was not very good at first. But I got really confident in myself because of some other runs. So I decided to go back and do a hazardous mech run. The hazardous mechs are really good. They do insane damage. They mega kill back. Like while other mechs are sitting there like, oh, I gotta get 3 damage. I gotta get the reactor core. No, hazardous mechs come out the gate doing 4 damage to anything that you want. Then I went through the first island. You know, it was a little tricky, but I went to the forest, the old Earth Island, so I got some assistance, and so I was able to clear it, and I cleared it, and I got every objective, right? Because then they give you the bonus, and it gave me this bonus pilot, Kai Miller.
You forgot Kai Miller?
Kai Miller.
Oh, you know Kai Miller?
Yeah, well, that was one of my earliest pilots I got. Probably what, third run? I got Kai Miller.
I feel like she's an advanced edition pilot.
I swear I had a Kai.
Maybe.
We got to see.
Well,
Is she
yeah.
advanced? Well, we ain't got time, but I feel like that name is familiar.
Yeah, I think she's advanced, but it doesn't matter. I got Kai Miller. And it was Henry, Kai, and then some other dude, but I forgot. I had already gotten 3 pilots. And I grabbed all the time pods and stuff. Like, I was doing extremely well. And then when Kai got on the group, all of a sudden Kai was doing insane damage because her ability is extra damage by default. So it's like extra damage at full health. But then you're using the hazardous mechs who heal when they kill Vec. So the strategy was just she wasn't even in the damage dealing mech. It was just the artillery, but it was so strong. It was like 4 damage hits on everything by default, and then the hazardous mechs can acid stuff. So Vec were just dying, and then I boosted her damage, and then boosted it some more, and it was to the point where Kai Miller was like one-shotting every boss. It was beautiful. Also one-shotting herself, but she killed enough stuff to come back to life.
So this is the point where the hubris is starting to come back.
No, there was no hubris.
No, there's always hubris.
I don't think there was.
There wasn't though. I was being careful the whole game. Did the second island, did the third island, did the fourth island. Everything blew up instantly. Kai was so strong, and Henry was getting so strong by being there that eventually on the last map, I think we had all the Vec dead on the last turn on the boss mech. There was no Vec. And so I'm like, man, we do so much damage. There's nothing that could beat us. Like, we just kill things too easy for there to be a problem. And then I get to the final island, and the game decides, should we tell him now? Should we tell him now that his build isn't good?
Oh no.
The game is like, he doesn't realize his build isn't good, but we can introduce one Vec and prove that there is nothing. This build is far from invincible. In fact, this build is really easy to beat. They introduced one Vec. I don't know how I went the whole game without running into it, but they added in that fight. They just kept throwing the rock Vec at me. You know that one that runs to an area and then creates rocks around his body and punches a building?
Mm-hmm. No hubris.
I didn't realize until that moment that my team literally had no way to hit it. No way. We had to waste 2 whole mechs to get to it and kill it. And if we want
hubris.
There was no hubris.
It's just, I don't know, man. You sound like you was doing so good. Everything was working so straight. You didn't consider the possibility
of a Vec. It wasn't even an advanced edition Vec. It was just a basic Vec that had been in the whole game. I don't know how I went the whole run without running into it.
But it's a basic Vec. You're playing so many times. That basic Vec was not a challenge anymore. He was nothing. He was less than nothing. You was like, I ain't got to worry about now. I'm worried about the advanced edition Vecs. The Vecs that are actually powerful. The Vecs that can do things.
You got butterflies that run up next to the side of a building and then aim at another building, and when they shoot, they send themselves flying back, so they're like doing 3 grid damage. You got
absolutely, but that's the hubris. That is the hubris right there.
Nautilus with grappling hooks, grappling at you or grappling themselves at buildings. You got, oh my God, you got so much in Advanced Edition. And then just good old Rock Vec from the first time you played the game.
Absolutely. That's the definition of I had a feeling that it was not going to be some brand new Vec or some super advanced Vec that you maybe only saw a couple of times before and you just like, oh man, this is the perfect counter. I had a feeling it was going to be some basic chump dude whose ability is so brainless that it's not even worth considering. That's always the thing that gets you in the end.
My thing is, I was so prepared for every type of Vec. I was winning so hard, everybody had a second weapon on them to increase their strategic options. There was nothing to get that Rock Vec. Nothing. And like, in order to take care of him, because he took 2-3 mechs to beat, I couldn't take care of the other Vex. So it's like, I have to let him just run around blowing up buildings so I can kill these other Vex.
And you lost?
And I lost. They just destroyed building after building. I had to let them hit the Rhinefield bomb and stuff. I'm like, just please. No, it just kept making them. It's like, here, butterflies. Here, crazy grappling hook things. Charging enemies. I'm like, okay, I could blow that up. I could blow that up. I could blow that up. And then, tiny rock dude.
Yeah.
And it just blows up every building. I'm like, I can't hit him.
You didn't have it.
I'm so mad. I was so mad. And I think it came down to the last move on the last turn, or this might have been another run. No, this was another run. But yeah, there was one run. It came down to the last move on the last turn. Two Vec were aiming at a building. There was one power left on the grid. First Vec hit it, resisted. Second Vec hit it. I'm like, oh yeah, I got 33 grid defense. I might actually survive this. Destroyed. Vec pop up from the ground. Rhinefield bomb is going off in the background, but they're still like, we could not save this timeline. And teleport.
Send your defeated warrior to
I'm
the
like,
past.
the Rhinefield bomb is going off. Look at it. It's right there.
Yeah, don't matter. No. One got
What
away.
happens if they destroy the Rhinefield bomb?
They just put down another one. The game doesn't tell you. Like, they make you think that you lose the game instantly, but I saw someone say that it just deploys another one.
You just have those?
Yeah, they just have multiple of them.
Also, it didn't, like, explode?
No.
Why didn't it?
It's powered by the grid.
No, but like, if the Rhinefield bomb gets blown up or destroyed, I should say, shouldn't it blow up?
No, not always.
I mean, if you smash a block of TNT, will it explode?
Probably.
TNT, no.
It won't.
But dynamite, yes.
Oh, no, I was saying dynamite.
Yeah.
I was like, yes.
Yeah.
Like,
TNT was created to stop that from happening because the dynamite's bad.
Oh,
yeah.
Man.
Huh. Yeah. Yeah. No, it's...
Why did they wait until the last map to throw the Vec that would destroy me at me?
They knew.
It's like it was saving it. It was like second map. They're like, hey, shouldn't we put some of these tumblebugs in there? No. Hold those. The final map.
Yeah, because
put his hand out. Hold those.
If you would have saw those on mission 1, would you have changed your strategy?
Yes.
See, that's the hubris. The hubris right there. There it is.
You just want to say hubris.
Yeah. No, you gotta understand what the hubris is. You need to take every potential thing that can happen into account. This enemy is so common. that of course you should have had a plan for it because it's common. But you didn't see it, so you didn't think about it. It was out of sight, out of mind.
I killed a boss Vec in a single hit.
Exactly. That's where the hubris. Look, that's where it comes in. All hubris is the thought that, like, I am so above this thing, it is no longer worthy of me thinking about. You know, in fighting games, the people that challenge the pros the most in, like, best of one matches online aren't other pros who are great. It's the random flowchart Ken. Because he's so stupid, because he's just doing whatever, that all their training against good people goes against them because this guy doesn't follow any rules. He's not doing anything smart. He's doing wake up supers 3 times in a row. And you can't, your brain
hit for each one.
Exactly. Because you just like, no way he's going to do it again. Yes.
Oh, I counter hit him and took out half his life. He's still pressing buttons.
He's still pressing, but everything about your training is stopping you. People have to, when they fight those guys, they have to stop and go, wait a minute. Oh. And forget all their knowledge and just play. That's just like, no.
He's gonna do it. He's gonna do it.
Yep. Is he halfway across the screen? Yeah. Whatever. Sure you can. And it hits every time. Who would do it? Who would do it? That's that Vec. That Vec is like, yes, he is so basic. No one would ever think about him at a certain point. Especially when you running an insane build that's gotten some key pilots and cool, sweet upgrades that you're just like, yeah, I'm murdering. And then all of a sudden you just come across this basic thing and like, why would you have ever thought about it? Why would you ever have made a strategy to counter this thing? It's so pathetic. Except now you haven't, and now you got no answers. And now it's murdering you.
Making a strategy to counter that, it's like making a strategy to beat those moths. You know, those moths that just shoot a 1 damage projectile? In a straight line.
In a straight line. But what if you have a team that's so specialized that shooting a projectile in a straight line becomes the bane of your existence?
I thought one-shotting everything you run into was enough. Then all of a sudden you run into an enemy that needs 2 hits, so you're like, oh
See?
No.
Yeah, there you go. That's the thing, though. It's so specialized that the moment you come across something that's slightly different, strategy destroyed. Hard countered.
Beats 90% of Vec, and then that one just sits there like, I was made to beat this strategy.
That's it. I exist for this. I bet you the designers, when they were making those Vecs, weren't even necessary, or those mechs, weren't necessarily even thinking about that Vec. They were just probably like, yeah, this is some cool stuff. And then they saw it, and they was like, oh.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
I'm just mad. I'm just mad that the game held it till the end. I could have known before. If I had known before, I would have been prepared. But instead, the game was just like, no.
That's all I'm saying. Because you could have looked in your past and been like, I know this Vec exists. Can I handle this thing if it shows up? But like I said, it's so pathetic. That's the key. You know? That's why it can only be hubris. Because hubris, if it was a strong Vec, then it wouldn't be hubris. Because it's a strong Vec. You just got caught off guard. Flat-footed. It has just been unlucky and unfortunate. It's like that first... You know how many Mario enemies there are that have crazy abilities over the years? In all the Mario games of all times.
And then you slightly mistime your jump and that Goomba kills you.
Exactly! That first Goomba has killed so many people.
Yeah,
and half of them knew what they were doing. They just didn't respect it.
Yeah, that first Goomba has...
Oh, it's just a Goomba.
Has a reputation, actually.
Yes.
Yeah.
He was literally designed to kill you, to teach you to play the game. And he's really good at it.
I
That
was
first
so
Lola
mad.
has a reputation.
So let's move on to happier times. Because there was also some good that happened in my Into the Breach play. Oh, I should probably mention that I should probably mention that I was supposed to be going on a tactics binge in January where I played Into the Breach, XCOM, Mario plus Rabbids, Symphony of War, and Tactics
I really want to
Ogre.
see you play Mario plus Rabbids.
I want to play it.
I want to see me play Mario plus Rabbids. I've just been busy with stuff. Honestly.
It's a good game.
You want to see you do it, yeah. It didn't occur to me that one, Into the Breach is super fun, and two, tactics games typically have super involved stories. So your chance of playing Symphony of War, Tactics Ogre, and what's it? And XCOM all at the same time, which is just like nothing.
And
3, XCOM, you could just skip the story. Skip it.
Yeah, you could.
And 3, skip it. Into the Breach doesn't end.
Yeah, and Into the Breach is infinite. So when you lose a hazardous mechs run, you just start a Steel Judoka run, which is what I did.
I mean,
actually, the Steel Judoka run came first, but I have to talk about it because two things happened in this Steel Judoka run that have never happened before. One, I won with the Steel Judoka.
I know number 2, but still.
Yeah.
1.
Oh, 3 things happened. 1, I won with the Steel Judoka. 2, I won with Abe Isamu. And 3, I won on hard mode, which I didn't realize I had never done before. But the game was just like, congratulations, you've beat hard mode. I'm like, dang. Hard is really hard, huh?
You said, dang, hard is really hard?
Yes.
I didn't realize it was that hard that I had never beat it before.
Did you knowingly try it multiple times?
Yeah, but I think I play Into the Breach so...
Casually?
Yeah, so casual. That's the best word. So casually that I just didn't realize I had never won on hard. I just kept keeping it on hard after I pressed it the first time.
Oh, well, yeah. The hard is nothing then. Hard is just a every tactics game gets to that point.
Eventually, Into the Breach became just playing around with dumb stuff.
Yeah.
Which I'm not against. It looks like a fun game to do that with.
I mean, they encourage you to.
Yeah. I also want to put out there that the Heat Sinkers are hype. I didn't win with them, but they're hype.
And they're like the best mechs.
Yes.
But you did not win with them.
No, I didn't.
It was because of his own stupidity.
Was the Heat Seekers because of my own stupidity?
Actually, no, it was that custom one.
Yeah, I did a custom one. I took my 2 favorite, the Rustin Hulks and the Heat Seekers, and we don't need to talk about what happened that run. But back to the Steel Judoka.
I wanna hear you say it.
No, back to the Steel
you gotta
Judoka.
Say it you gotta do it.
Do it.
No, we don't need to know this.
The content demands.
Like the Steel Judoka was good though.
We heard the most notable things from the Steel Judoka.
You know, people love failure.
Yes. You want them views, don't you?
It's the best.
They already viewing it if they viewing it. Like they already are viewing.
Nah, but then they'll go tell their friends like, "Hey, this dude failed. It's funny."
I mean, that is what happens. Yes.
Well,
we're exploiting you, viewers. Just know that.
Just know that the Steel Judoka struggles the beginning of the game, and the best thing that that mech group can see is a Vec standing 2 spaces away from water. That's a beautiful thing. That's like God himself descending from heaven. You know that picture where God's like handing knowledge or something to Adam in the painting?
Yeah.
I wish I knew the name of that.
Give him a touch of grace.
Yeah, the touch of grace, like that. That's that right there. Because then Judo Mech can just happily walk up to literally any Vec in the game and just flip them over into the water and they died. It's beautiful.
Yep.
Look out for the spatula.
And that is the only way it can do damage. That's the only way. That's all it can do.
Yeah, but that's a pretty epic way to deal damage.
Yeah. Also you need
the judo flipping mech call back to a mecha show called Pat Labor. It's just a favorite of mine and needs more love. So I just have to say that. That's where that comes from. It's a judo expert and she pilots a mech and she judo flips other mechs all the time.
That's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
She's pretty cool. So yeah, Mobile Pursuit, Pat Labor. Go ahead.
The cartoons with female protagonists are always the best, so I believe you.
Yeah, I thought that show was pretty cool. It was down there.
What's funny about the Steel Judoka is that they don't lose because the Vec are too strong. Like, don't get me wrong, they can't do damage, but they mainly lose because they can't take care of the Vec without destroying the grid themselves. And it's all because of one mech. The Siege mech shoots everything indiscriminately.
Oh, I thought the Siege mech protected the buildings.
That's what it's supposed to.
The Siege mech protects nothing. The only thing the Siege mech holds dear, it's its own lust for blood.
Yeah.
Because you see a Vec standing by a building, and you know that building just happens to be by another building, because buildings typically are next to each other. You protect the one building, it shoots the Vec, and it shoots the building next to it.
Why? Why?
And so you just see people die, and it pushes the Vec. So if there's a building behind the Vec, don't even bother using the Siege mech. just don't even. It's so bad.
No,
maybe you should
be special with it.
Okay.
It got to the point where I had to just leave things. I just had to be like, okay, well, I'll just let that Vec shoot the building, because if I use the Siege mech, more people will die.
Well, what if you just make a custom team and replace that with the rocket mech?
Nah, man, it's the Siege mech. You gotta use it.
When you're using the Steel Judoka, your number one priority is to find a reactor core so that your Siege mech doesn't kill people anymore. Once you find a reactor core, you can put it on, install it in the Siege mech. Don't even think about it. Just install it in the Siege mech and just put that building immune on there. And now you're playing the game.
Just get it as soon as possible.
You weren't playing the game before.
You was playing a different game.
It's so bad.
No, it's great. It's just, it's only meant to kill, not to protect. But it can protect.
The description on its move is protects one tile while attacking all adjacent tiles.
Yeah.
Where's the protection if you killed everybody next to the people you were trying to save?
You need to shoot the people you're trying to save.
Imagine.
Look, Dad, it's the mechs. And then the kid waves to his neighbor. They're gonna save us.
See your neighbor blow up.
You're safe, kid.
Yeah. You have died in fire rather than dying by being digested by a Vec. You're gonna die either way. Wouldn't you rather instant obliteration and slow digestion?
That mech is so bad.
Nah, man, Siege mech is cool. You knew what you was getting.
All right, now talk about your failure run. You tried to divert the attention. We know.
Fine.
You almost did, man.
I was just about to just transition to engage and leave it at that.
No, I know what you were doing.
Okay. Well, I was playing Into the Breach, and I had already won my Steel Judoka run. This was before the Hazardous Mechs run.
Okay, so the Hazardous Mechs was recent. Because I'm like, you did not, nor did I see you doing that one.
I do stuff without you seeing.
I thought we were friends.
No.
Oh, well, jeez.
Well, no. After the Steel Judoka run,
double fist bump starting. Next.
Normal old fist bump.
Yeah, just normal fist bump. Yeah.
Welcome to Fist Bump.
The Premier Gamer Podcast.
No, it's not Premier. It's just two dudes now.
Yeah. It's no
Welcome
longer
to
premiere.
Fist Bump.
Like every
the gaming
podcast is just two
podcast
dudes.
where you can listen to opinions of us. I'm Chris, and he's Osiris.
Dang, that was you. See, you didn't know he was doing you the whole time.
I
You
did.
thought you were gone. He's gone.
Well, anyway, on to Engage. Fire Emblem Engage was the game of
Nope.
this month.
I mean, we
Fire
didn't hear
Emblem
about how your
Engage.
Nope.
custom team died.
Nah, you can't skip it.
Your
You
custom
can't skip
team
it,
died
man.
Okay.
Without
Well,
honor.
real quick, I was feeling real good after the Steel Judoka run. I mean, it was three
great.
firsts for me.
Always.
It was 3 firsts for me. I won with the judoka, which I was beginning to think I just couldn't do. I won with Abe Isamu, who on paper is a good unit, but I just never seemed to make him work. And then I won on hard mode, which I didn't even realize I hadn't done. So, I got props that I didn't know I didn't have already. So then I decide, you know what? I really like the Heat Sinkers. I really like the Rustin Hulks. And they both use status effects to make Vec kill themselves by existing. So what if I added the heat sink, the flamethrower mech into the heat sinker, into the Rusting Hulks, so that we have Vec on fire in smoke, taking damage, and I make the main pilot of the run, none other than Camilla Vera, quite possibly the best unit in the game, even though her ability does not seem that broke at first.
That web won't work on me.
That web won't work on me, you son of a gun. It's so good. Yeah, so I picked Camilla. It was all my favorites. My 2 favorite mech teams. My favorite unit.
Your second favorite unit?
Who's the first? Who's better than Camilla?
I said like Lily. Wasn't Lily your
We haven't
second?
gotten to Lily yet. She doesn't exist.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
I'm-
Non-existent.
I thought she was the first.
I'm still building the team.
I thought she was. Oh, you're so. I'm like, I thought she was the first person you got after that.
Yeah, so I start the run, and I quickly realize that you can't set Vec on fire and have them in the smoke at the same time because the Into the Breach team understands.
That would kill the game.
And I'm disappointed, but I don't struggle. I just instantly realize that I'm still killing everything and doing way too much damage. So I just continue moving on. The flamethrower mech is broke because instead of your mech setting on fire like normal, they can instead fly into fire. Well, fly because it's the Rustin Hulks, but they can land on a fire space and it'll boost them, making them do double damage or double healing to themselves. And Camilla can't be affected by smoke. So you have hazards all over the battlefield and then a plane just colliding into every hazard on the battlefield deliberately and taking none of the negative effects. You have Vec popping out of the ground on fire, and then they walk into smoke, and now they're getting hit by lightning bolts in the smoke. And then they get set on fire, and it's just torture for them. And this is at the beginning. I haven't even increased the damage on the smoke or the range on the fire yet, but I go to do that, and I get reactor cores. I'm winning all these battles. Camilla is now able to jump across 2 spaces, so she can just hit 2 spaces with smoke because the plane drops smoke. And she's boosted, so now she's doing double damage when she hits people. And then they're taking 2 damage from the smoke, so 4 damage every turn. Vec don't deliberately walk into smoke or fire, so when they're not even attacking, I can cover spaces that I don't want them to stand on, and now they'll just attack me because they have nowhere else to stand without dying. It's insane.
Pretty good. Area
Yeah.
denial.
We keep going. I get Lily, one of my other favorite pilots, just because her dialogue is funny. And then I get a new pilot named Adam, who prays to time and gets rewarded for it. I really don't get these stories where someone that prays to a god and gets powers and no one else believes in that god. Like, if someone sat down and said, "Oh, Zeus, grant me power," and they got lightning bolts coming out their arm, I will be praying right alongside them. God is right there.
Explain the plot hole with the Shazam.
Exactly.
Shazam is just he's just saying Shazam.
You just explained the plot hole with the Akatsuki.
Yeah,
everyone should have been following Hidan's religion, but Kakazu was like right there. And all he wanted was immortality.
And you see a dude who's literally immortal.
Yeah, he's working right now. You could just do it. And instead he
already had 4 hearts, so he was like, I kind of want to do it my way at this point.
Look, man,
but his way was stupid. He wasn't even human no more.
When you see who objective God is, just pray to objective God. Don't be doing different stuff.
The only time I accept it is if there are other gods in the universe, and then it's just like, all right,
then you gotta choose.
Want these powers. Yeah, like that's the thing, right? Like you gotta choose which one you want.
Yeah, that's like the Greek gods. That's you choose.
Yeah, but if it's just one, if there's only one dude praying and he's getting benefit.
What powers do you get from Dionysus?
Dionysus. I think Dionysus is actually really strong, but he just parties all the time.
This is actually true.
But what is he strong for? What does he do?
You don't need to know.
He usurps thrones. What else does he do?
I mean, when you're the former god of usurping, like that's a very specific concept.
Yeah.
It's just usurping.
Also, you're the god of things that everyone wants to do, which is have fun and enjoy themselves.
Yeah. Can Dionysus just take fun away from you?
He probably could. He could just take all joy from your life. And now you're just alive with no joy. Forever.
And that's meaningless.
Ares was killing people for the Trojan horse, so he's like, I love war, but that was screwed up, guys. You can't be doing that.
Well, because it wasn't fair. Like Ares wanted you to fight like face to face on the battlefield, stab this man in his face with your spear. He's not for the sneaky. He don't like the sneaky stuff.
Yeah.
That's what happened. If Ares if he didn't want them Trojans to get stabbed up, he could have woke them up. He was on the Trojan side. He could have just woke them up. But he chose to not do nothing. That's his fault.
Yeah, it's crazy how they're super involved sometimes and then like act like they can't do anything other times.
Right.
But yeah, Adam prayed to time, and by praying to time, he gets an ability called Chosen One, and he gets to basically when he reverses time, he becomes stronger. Like so much stronger that sometimes you just reverse time to give him a boost for the turn.
It's like he got time powers. It's like the most broke.
Yeah.
Okay, end the podcast. I'm gonna go play the Father Time power.
Yeah. So this run was perfect. I'm really mad that Dream's actually making me talk about it because like literally nothing went wrong except me.
Yeah.
I was killing all the. You hear the torture the Vec are going through. I don't need to explain.
And this isn't hubris.
This is hubris.
Well,
no, this is definitely hubris.
I literally wasn't looking at the screen. I finished a turn and then looked away from the screen and hit fight. And then I looked back and I saw one of those charging Vec going straight at Camilla. And I'm like, Plane got 2 health. Maybe this is a 1 damage charging Vec. And I know for sure that charging Vecs never do 1 damage. But
like what? 1?
Yeah. So it charged Camilla instantly dead. I had already used my reset because Father Time. So and she only died. Wait, no, I hadn't used my reset, but you can't reset a turn that you locked into place. So I couldn't do anything about Camilla being dead. because the game's like, you saw the Vec was gonna attack her. So what? Why would you get a reset? So yeah, I didn't get my reset. So Camilla was not dead. Lily was dead.
Killed the kid.
Dang. Yeah, I already spoiled what happened. That was the second death. The first death was Lily. Again, I had looked away while doing something else. And then Lily was just standing. When I looked back, Lily was dead. Like, I didn't even see her die. I just looked back and I saw her mech dead. And I'm like, what happened? She wasn't even being attacked. And then I just saw her mech over an emerging Vec. So she had just, if she had moved one space to the side,
right,
she would have been alive. But because I just ended the turn like, oh yeah, I'm doing fine. These Vec are dying, so that's everything I need to worry about. She died.
Cue to Lily. She's sitting in her mech and she's like, I don't know if I can hold it anymore. And they're just like, yeah, you're fine. Don't worry about it. I don't think I can. And that was you.
Yeah.
And she just got killed by seismic activity under her feet.
And then Adam in the background, Father Time, I know that this was your will. It's just like,
yes.
And then Camilla is just like,
really lost in time.
Camilla going for the reputation bonus, trying to kill Vec. Like, yeah, take that, Vec. We did that turn perfectly. Now we'll get our bonus from HQ. And then just gets ran into by one of those rhino beetles.
Yeah, see, I don't even know if that was just, I don't even know if I could call that hubris rather than just pure carelessness.
That's what I was saying. Like,
Yeah.
that wasn't hubris. That was just...
That's how both of them died. Just carelessness.
Yeah, like,
if I was paying attention,
not even considering the possibility of an enemy. But no, you considered it. You just was like, whatever. and they just got murked. Only to do with faith.
I just imagine the sad reality when you just see the rhino across the whole.
And my soul was already crushed when Lily died. By the time Camilla died, I was like, man, I don't even want to do this run anymore.
You didn't even see her. You didn't hear her death scream. Nothing. She was just
They don't have death screams in Into the Breach. They just die.
Yeah, but the metaphorical death scream when you see the Vec, hit the mech and it just goes, and it crumples up.
Right.
That wasn't a death scream. That was the Minecraft oof sound.
Oof.
Oof. The final
oof.
Ooh.
I didn't. Yeah, they just died.
Killed
you can go on to engage now. I just wanted you to let your shame out.
Yeah, and then we went to the volcanic island and lost. That's because I was fighting with no will. Yeah, no will.
Yeah. I mean, literally no will. You probably had AI mechs at that point.
Yeah, I had AI mech. I mean, when you get Camilla, you get Lily, and then you get some Viking that can pray to time. You don't want anybody else. I sold all those other pilots.
And so you just had AI. At least you still got Adam.
Can you imagine the process?
Man. I lost Camilla.
Which has never happened before.
Yeah, Camilla doesn't die. That's her thing is not dying. Her thing is being too perfect to die. You can send her into the middle of a bunch of scorpions and she wins the interaction because they can't actually freeze her in place.
Think this. Where?
And they still try to do it. It's hilarious.
Where?
It's so funny.
Where?
Yeah, so I was mentally destroyed.
And then destroyed.
That's why I wiped it all and did the hazardous mechs, because I'm like, I can't do anything that I'm attached to. I'm going to just use Henry Kwan, and I'm going to do these hazardous mechs.
Yep, they wiped it off just like they wiped off Lily and Camilla out of the mechs after the battle.
Look, man, don't trash Henry Kwan. Henry Kwan good.
I like Henry Kwan, but I don't like him so much that him dying completely kills me. I actually felt
his
sad.
Character, he would probably be cool dying.
Yeah. I actually felt sad when Lily died and actually crushed when Camilla died. Like, no.
I want to see you do a Nuzlocke then. Well, actually, you'll do a Nuzlocke when I finish mine.
Which is never?
Which is, I need to do it soon because...
You started it 2 years ago.
I
did start it 2 years ago.
I did start it 2 years ago.
Alright, on to Engage, which is basically a Nuzlocke by default.
Yeah.
Unless you pick casual mode. Which there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. Apparently, the suggested set of rules and whatnot, apparently it's suggested to pick casual mode.
If you're a noob.
Nah, even noobs aren't putting it on casual mode because, like, what are you playing for? If you're playing that game for supports, you're going to be disappointed. The supports are good.
I don't know that yet.
The supports are good, but you can't play that whole game just for supports.
Well, it's like if you're if you only play 3 houses and you put this game on, you probably should have it on casual, honestly.
That's us. We put it on classic.
I'm just saying we only played 3 houses. What are you talking about?
No. See, y'all played 3 houses multiple times, and you played 3 houses on higher difficulties. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about the person that just played 3 houses for the story.
Oh, and actually got a story?
Yeah.
Unlike Engage.
Well, hey.
Okay.
Wait. I want to make it clear. I want to make it clear from the start. I'm not trashing Engage's story. I like the characters. I like the story. But it is nothing compared to 3 houses in terms of depth or length.
But the point is that the combat of Engage...
Fire Emblem is like just discovering modern... Like, Awakening basically saved the franchise. And 3 houses just introduced it to modern. And now Engage is like, okay, so this is what we do from now on.
Well, see, that's the thing, though. It's like, yeah, Awakening made the franchise mainstream in the West. But at the cost of making the game easy. And Fire Emblem's been easy for a long time. And 3 houses is the epitome of easy. Yeah. It's so easy, it's ridiculous.
Even when it's hard, you just Divine Pulse, do one thing different, and now you will win.
And that's just dumb design.
I mean, not to mention you get like 17 Divine
Think about it like this.
Can you handle this?
Fire Emblem 3 houses was so easy. Sometimes you use Divine Pulse just to get better level ups.
This is
you would unit would get a bad level up, and you would Divine Pulse attack from a different angle just to change the RNG.
They fixed it this game. I think at this game, your next level up is determined at level up.
Yeah, I think all your stuff is pretty much seeded, no matter what. It's seeded in. You got to do a lot to change it. Which it's not the first time they've done something like this, but it's definitely the most all-consuming. But that's what I mean. Like, yes, if you're heavy into tactics and you like tactical gameplay, then yeah, you're going to jump right into Classic. But if you're somebody who's just like, Fire Emblem is relationships and hanging out and story only.
And what Persona should be.
Hey, look, that is a conversation for another episode.
Persona 5 at least.
Yeah.
The only good fights I saw
for another time. But yes,
Fire Emblem withstands.
Fire Emblem withstands and actual tough combat. Like I know y'all played Fire Emblem 3 houses and you two were able to adapt. I've been hearing a lot of stories over the past couple of weeks of people who played this game after playing 3 houses and got wrecked on normal.
Hard. It's not hard like that, though. Only when you get to bosses is it like, seriously?
Well, I mean, but define hard to somebody who plays a lot of tactics games versus hard to somebody who doesn't.
Right, I guess.
Yeah, like that's the thing. Like,
I'll admit I got wrecked on most maps the first time. It wasn't until like chapter 6 that I got my bearing. Like, oh, okay, this is how you do things.
I did fine.
Yeah, but you had already seen me fail.
I wasn't doing the opposite of it though. I was just playing normally. And
let's not act like a certain character didn't get wrecked on turn 2 of chapter 2. That still happened.
It did happen.
I forget.
You
Yeah,
forgot that you died immediately.
Yeah, see, that would never happen in 3 houses. You know? Well, I'm not saying engage is crazy hard. I'm saying it's actually you got to think and use tactics in this game now.
Instead of just divine pulse everything.
Instead of Wodow everything.
Even.
It might still be Wodow everything though.
Yeah, we just don't have Wodows yet.
I have seen the Wodow.
What, in online mode or in the game?
No, I actually had a character holding a Wodow.
In chapter 5,
you can, if you have access to a certain weapon, immediately make a Wodow.
Is it from the steel sword? Actually, don't tell me.
That's why I'm not saying nothing.
I probably have it, but just never experimented with it.
Oh yeah, because there's so few iron unless you're just save reloading over and over again to see what everything is.
That's no fun.
Or just looking online. Go
with your trash choices.
Yeah, well, see, when you can't play the game, you've got nothing to do but to just look at everything.
I can't play the game either.
You didn't look then. Yeah, you could have looked. You didn't look.
I used all my iron already. I'm just getting liberation up.
Liberation. I don't even think it needs one level. That's fine.
It needs to be the best sword.
Yes, it probably won't be.
It needs to. I'm gonna be mad when they just give you a better sword later, but it needs to be the best sword for now.
I highly doubt the liberation is going to be as good as Sigurd's sword.
You can't use Sigurd's sword all the time.
No, I'm just meaning like in terms of the series, like ultimate weapons throughout the series.
I'm not talking about the whole series. I'm talking about in the game. This one game.
Well, if it's the game, it should be the ultimate sword of the game.
Yeah.
But if somebody else's ultimate sword from another game comes into this game and is better, that's kind of crazy.
Marth's special sword is just a rapier.
Now it is. Don't forget the prologue when it was literally the falchion.
Well, I won't, but I'm just saying a rapier is just a normal weapon.
And it's better than liberation in every way.
Yeah, you're right.
Every way. You could trade in liberation for a rapier. You do it right now. Holy Knight rapier plus 40 avoid.
I like liberation.
No, it's fine, but But no, this Fire Emblem actually requires you to look at the battlefield and be like, hey, I need to make a tactical decision. And it's been fun seeing people adjust to the fact that they have to make tactical decisions now.
Petra, go. Oh no, there's no
exactly.
Petra.
Petra, go. Hilda, go. Lysithea, just solo the map. I
don't know, man. I feel like Petra was the most broke.
Yeah, Petra was the most egregious.
Because you could legit send Petra on an entire, slaughter run of, a whole side of the map without issue.
You'd be like, we're going to tackle this side of the map and this side of the map. So the team for this side of the map is Petra. And the team for this side of the map is literally the rest of the units. All right, let's go, guys.
Wins instantly.
and Petra does better than the other team.
Anybody know?
That Petra performs better than the rest of the team.
I'm saying you can do that with anybody.
No.
Yeah, you can.
Ignatz.
Yeah, especially with Ignatz.
Nah, man.
Absolutely. What's stopping him?
He trash.
Hey, well, Petra didn't think he was trash.
Like,
Like, he's
You're
the
gonna
artist
keep-
king of Bridget.
You're gonna keep bringing that up. That is
You
like
try to call Ignas trash, I'm
That
going
is
to
the-
bring up the artist king of Bridget.
like Cynthia can't go on a solo cruise. Like,
Yes, she can.
No.
Yes,
no.
she can.
I'm not even saying like Cynthia's like she could not go out by herself and
Yes,
kill everything.
she can.
Nah, that's like
First
just,
of all, like Cynthia is one of the few characters that could just solo boss level enemies at level 7 in the beginning of the game on the hardest difficulty. So she's already got enough power to kill anything. Since you can put any skill on basically anyone with the classes, you can easily put Vantage or Battalion Vantage on Lysithea because her authority is so stupid high.
yeah. It would
I was about to say, like, her authority will be so high by chapter 3 that she could already have battalion vantage.
And like, you
Yeah.
would need Battalion Vantage because she would die before Vantage could act.
Well, hey, everybody else needs their thing so that they won't die either. But unlike
Petra
those
needs to-
characters,
Veteran needs to just exist.
Petra's
nope,
avoid
you gotta put a weapon in her hand because her strength is low.
Petra's
It's
avoid
not
was so
actually.
high.
It's not. Her Petra's strength is not as high as Lysithia's magic or any other
Her-
frontline unit's magic.
That's kind of not fair though.
Her avoid was so
Well,
high that she
yeah.
couldn't get hit by magic.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
That
And
doesn't
with
even make
Vantage, it
sense.
doesn't matter what your avoid is because they die before they attack you.
I'm just talking about how broke Petra is.
yeah.
No, I'm saying, but that's
I'm
my
just
point.
saying-
Is every
I'm just-
character is that broke?
No,
Yes.
no.
If you build them in a specific way, every character does have the potential to be broke.
But
Not
everyone
Petra
can
Of
be
course.
easily built.
Of course, Petra and Lysithea are in like their own tier of broke, but everybody is broke enough to one-shot everything in the game.
Bernadetta,
Bernadette.
With like you said, with the right setup, Bernadetta could also.
it don't even
do that.
require a lot of setup because Bernadetta can automatically become a Pegasus Knight, which gives her alert stance. She has high speed. Her personal skill, and her spear skill, Vengeance, gives her insane
Work together.
damage.
Like work together for
like-
no reason.
Bernadetta, with no effort, can deal 3 times the damage of Petra in most circumstances with no aid at all. All
You know-
she has to do, in fact, Bernadetta is so broken. The hardest part of Bernadetta is getting her hurt to use her ability.
This is true.
True.
I think the biggest thing we need to say here, the only thing we need to say here to prove that Engage is harder than Three Houses, is that Byleth and Alir have the exact same ability. And I never
Lear's
thought
is
about
better
Byleth's.
than Byleth, even.
I never thought about Byleth's ability throughout the entirety of Three Houses.
Nope.
Alir, that's necessary.
And I only think about Alir's ability.
Absolutely.
Like, I rally my whole strategy around him. Like, Byleth, I never was like, I need to stand someone by Byleth so they can do more damage. But Alir is like, Alir, okay, you need to attack from this angle specifically so Vander can run up next to you and axe the heck out of this dude.
Because
And-
without this ability, this guy's going to survive and maybe kill somebody.
Yeah.
Not Vander though.
Yeah, he won't kill Vander.
No, he won't kill Vander, but he'll kill somebody around Vander.
He'll run up and kill Fran. He'll kill Boucheron.
That's it.
Like,
Alfred will just be right there, like, oh no. And then
my
there you
defense is 9. Oh man, that's really high. No,
My
I'm still
speed
gonna
is
die.
5 because I'm getting double.
Etienne, guys, look at my 12 speed. Okay, here's your weapon.
Oh,
man,
why is
I
it 3?
Oh man, I get a block. Oh, I'm so heavy. What is this?
I'm still upset that Etie's build is not higher. I feel like she should have minimum 6 build.
I mean, she's buff. Being buff is her thing.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying, but she's got to build this, what, 4?
yeah.
No.
Well,
No.
I am glad though that because what you've told us about previous Fire Emblems, I'm glad at least in Engage, being a woman does not determine the cap on your build. Because I got to
Yeah.
play a little farther than you, Osiris, and
Yep.
I ran into a woman whose build is insane for her especially. But luckily, it is what it is, so that she could play her class.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, it's the classic Fire Emblem, the Constitution, the build of the old games, was hard set, didn't level up, and
you couldn't boost it with anything.
There were certain items in certain games like body rings or statue frags, but they were super rare.
Wait.
It should just be a dumbbell.
I was going to say, wait.
Yeah.
I mean, well, yeah, you put the magic ring on and it makes you buff for some reason, but not more damage dealing buff.
You could just you could just work out, but yeah.
Yeah, no, I think I still prefer the Path of Radiance system of strength being what determines the weapon weight you can carry. Like, if your strength was 10 and your axe weighed 10, you didn't lose any speed. Because you're strong enough to carry your axe. Like, it made sense. And so, I think that I still prefer that. Because, yeah, like, female characters were just hard nerfed back in the day for having low build. Like, it's like
and in Three Houses, they sought to solve. And in Three Houses, they sought to solve that by just making weird gender-specific classes
and no build.
And it's just like, why would you make Hilda an axe-wielding warrior and then not give her access to War Master?
Why would you make Linhardt as a whole when Grimmery is female exclusive?
Right.
Why can't women punch?
Right. Hilda's good at punching. She actually has a natural skill for punching.
She just can't punch.
She just can't get a punch class. It's like, what? Why?
You can't punch.
She's good at it.
If you could punch, you would be incredible at it, but you can't.
I'm just like, just give her gauntlets for fun. I guess you could, but man, and then the whole Pegasus Night thing. I mean,
yeah, the whole Pegasus Night thing was
at least that's tradition, though.
It's tradition. It is tradition,
but still,
but it's also one of those just like.
Man, why can't we give males just like air lizard?
Well, they added the griffin now.
Yeah, but that didn't fix anything.
Well, in order to ride a griffin, you have to have gone through the Pegasus Night, which is what's hilarious. But it looks like if you class up into an advanced class, you can then class into anything advanced, which is a weird way of doing it, but there is a way around it. A man can ride a griffin.
That's I want to see. I haven't gotten to that point where I can see that, or even though I definitely could have. But
you called wrong on the coin.
Tails never failed.
I called right. It did fail. It won. That was the problem.
You wanted to fail though.
Yeah, but and there's the oxymoron of Tails. Yeah. It never failed, and I wanted it to. So I doomed myself. See, that is hubris. That right there, that's hubris.
Not thinking about the situation at all.
Yeah, not thinking about the fact that I picked the side that never failed in a hope that it will fail. But yeah, no, it's kind of that's interesting here that you can just jump from advanced class to advanced class. I wonder if it resets your level though.
Yeah, it definitely resets your level.
Okay,
I guess it might not, but I think it does.
Well, because Three Houses was very different in that it was just a flat leveling system. You just go from level 1 to 99, and no Fire Emblem really ever did things like that before. Like Fire Emblem was like you got level 1 to 20.
Or 40 if it's...
Yeah, 40 for certain classes and certain games. But most traditional is just 1 to 20, and you can start promoting from level 10. And a lot of times that's it for the whole game. You just get those 20 possible levels. And then, certain games like Awakening made it so that you can reclass and you'll start at level 1 again, but you can still only go up to level 20.
Right.
But yeah, Three Houses was just like flat levels. So I don't know. So hearing that you go back to level 1, that means you can grind up some stats potentially.
Definitely, it must not be with the arena because the arena gives you no experience points. None. You get like 20. But actually, that's being generous. You get like 10.
Hey, look, they limit the number of arena times you can go, right?
Yeah.
So it's only between each battle though. Because I did a
Yes.
paralogue and I went back and I was able to do more training.
Yeah, the paralogue counts as a battle, so everything on the Somnio resets.
Right.
Secret tech.
It's not secret tech. That's what you're supposed to do.
I don't
I mean, it seems more like a way to just get your low-level units. At least they don't fall infinitely behind.
They still fall behind, though. Like, it doesn't catch them up.
Man, I need to hurry up.
No, but, you know.
We need to hurry up so I can get to chapter 7.
I want to play chapter 7. I just got 2 units I'm excited about, and I can't. Yeah, but the class
got
system...
my Ring of the Dawn Maiden.
Pretty good.
So I want. Got to give it to my other Magic Man.
But,
Ring of the Dawn
the
Maiden.
class system looked like it was...
I want it to be Ring of the Dawn Maiden, and then it's just Ike.
Yeah, I took her ring, too. I took her ring like I took her game.
It's like, wait, what are you doing? This is my ring, Micaiah.
Honestly, I would also like it to be the ring. I just want to get Ragnall.
There are two Ikes. It's just, you get the Dawn Maiden, I am Ike. And then you get his ring is still, I am Ike.
Yeah, you get Axe Ike with Irvine, and then you get, Sword Ike with Ragnall.
With staffs.
Yeah.
He has staffs, too. He had to take her stuff.
I mean, that's his little sister's thing. I guess you could throw Mist in there.
Boom.
She was on the level of gods.
Take that, Micaiah.
Canonically.
That is my Ike. Get out of my game. Now, did you see this game? My game is called Path of Radiance. Your game is called Radiant Dawn. It is clearly a sequel of my game.
So it's just my game.
Meaning that I rightfully own the property of this game. And that you are now just a side character.
But they were trying to honor my game. It was a celebration of us all, Ike. Why?
Who kills the final boss, Micaiah?
Who heals everyone so that they can fight the final boss?
You don't gotta heal me if I don't get hurt. I mean, Ike kills himself with Aether. That's the craziest thing. Aether both heals you and it negates enemy defense. It literally sets the enemy's defense to 0.
My God.
And it's a 2-hit move. So he's doing
he just kills everything.
He just kills everything. And his sword has range.
Yeah.
And it gives him 5 defense for no reason.
Yeah, it has a range of 2.
I remember you told us this, but like it's just a long sword. Is that the explanation?
No, it's shooting sword beams. He's just shooting waves of energy with his blade with sheer strength.
And that blade of energy allows him to hit them with ether?
Yeah, like was he hitting them with ether blade?
He can ether at range. It also has crit chance on it for no reason. Look, man, Ike is broke, man.
Look, Engage is fun. I want to play more Engage. I'm gonna be playing Engage in February too.
Yeah, we gotta play it till it's done. Also, they did a great job with the support abilities that each unit has. I like that extra bit of complexity to the units. Because before, like, the difference between a Myrmidon and a mercenary, like, they're just both sword-wielding guys. It's just like, okay, I guess one gets slightly more skill and the other one has slightly more strength. But the thought of it being like, okay, you got backup units, you got covert units, you got,
I just want to build a team.
Key mages.
I just want to build. Okay, the key mage is like the coolest healer I've ever seen. But
the key adept.
Yeah, the key adept.
Key adept. So there cool. It is. Yeah.
Martial arts and healing. I know
martial arts.
It's cool.
It's a dope idea. It's like, man, they kind of should have did this before.
they just thought of it.
Yeah, they just but man, like just the thought of just like, it's
the thought of women punching.
Right, they wanted you to know that women can punch in this game. First woman you see can punch.
Do the Hilda mistake all over again.
Like, we're sorry, okay? Sorry.
Dude, she was stuck in an advanced class where everybody else had obvious master classes.
They need to apologize for me never being able to make Hero Shamir. Hero Shamir would have been so strong.
You want to know what's one of the worst things about the women not being able to be heroes?
Because they actually go on.
In Fire Emblem 6, the first one on the Game Boy Advance where they introduced all the crazy cool animations that people love to this day.
Yep.
And are probably still the best animations of Fire Emblem, even though Engage's animations are really good. Is the first hero in that game was a woman named Echidna.
Yep.
Dang.
It's straight up a woman.
It's a female class. It's their class first.
I mean, clearly, like, it's a woman. And she doesn't even start as a mercenary. She's a promoted hero because she's already a big name in the world.
She starts as a hero?
She starts as a hero. She's already on that level. And they just never made one again.
Wow.
They just stopped. It's been, I think even though in Awakening, hero is a male-only class.
Wow.
Yeah, it's like, what are you doing? The first time you saw the super cool hero animation where they jump at you, stab you in the face with a sword, and then do a cool backflip with their shield, and then, like, all of that stuff, that was a woman. And they just won't let them be heroes again.
No.
They let them be mercenaries. I had mercenary like Cynthia, so she can get Vantage, and then I was like, why did I do this? Because I could have got Battalion Vantage.
Yeah, all the time it takes. At least she has Mastermind, so it took half the time.
Yeah, it didn't take long. And it was fun having her walk up and hit people with her soul sword.
It was... People always give Felix no Battalion, but the secret is to give him Battalion Vantage, exhaust his Battalion, so he gets Lone Wolf and Battalion Vantage.
Actually, I do agree that Felix should have it.
It should just be completely worn
then he can have full health and be punching people. Battalions were broke. Yeah. I only realized now how broke they were, but they were broke.
They were super broke. But everything in Three Houses was broke. And the game wasn't even hard enough to warrant it being broke.
That's probably why I didn't realize they were broke. Because everything was so good.
Like, everything was good. Like, everyone was crazy. Like, I mean, you can warp Wyvern Lord Byleth in front of bosses and just one-shot maps and just not even fight anybody if you don't.
Right. And now bosses have 2 health bars. They're like, we don't care how much you overkill it. You're not going to just warp and win.
You can't just warp win.
Otherwise, everyone would just warp Ragnarok and win.
Yeah.
Like, it's right there.
It is there. But if you use it with a mage...
I wish it was warp Bogan.
Warp Bogano.
You wanted a worse? You just like the name of Bogano.
I just like the name.
Bogano.
Okay, that's fair.
Warp Thoron.
Nah. Nah. I like Thimblewinter better.
Thimblewinter?
Oh yeah, so few people could even use Thimblever. So few
Thimblevetter. Thimblevetter. I used to call it that until I realized, wait a minute, that's the Norse thing. It's an ice magic spell. What am I thinking? It's Thimblewinter.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like it would be pronounced that, but it is.
Well, that is... I think that's a good place to end it.
Yeah,
We will talk more of the Fire Emblem, but know that it is good. Enjoy the tactics. But if you're not used to tactics games and you thought Three Houses was challenging, despite us blowing you up for saying how easy it was for like 40 minutes.
They're probably not
put it
here
on
anymore.
Put it on casual. It's fine. Put it on casual.
Let your Louis die. Feel that pain.
Just know you're not as cool as us if you do put it on
casual.
you're
definitely not as cool.
Elitism.
Yes. Yeah, we're being elitist here.
Wow.
I know. Look, I didn't think we was going to take this road either, but I mean... But I'm not going to make fun of you for, You
just did.
Putting it on casual. I'm just saying that. I'm saying you should put it on casual, but, maybe on the second playthrough, you crank it up on, maddening classic.
How about this? Opt for easy classic before you opt for normal casual.
I can go with this. You know what? Yeah, I can go because at least you got the fear of death.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, 10 charges of revival, like honestly should just.
What if easy is just normal, but you get 20 time crystals?
I don't even know how you would die 20 times on easy. Like I don't even know how. Like
Well,
I'm
no,
pretty sure even
it's
Alfred,
normal, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it's
I
just
don't.
normal. Yeah.
I don't even because on maddening things are like still getting one shot. So on normal, you probably could just one shot everybody with Fran, just normal old Fran.
Yeah, probably. I would imagine the main thing that's going down is the defense and the speed. I'm sure Cavaliers don't just start with 11 speed in normal mode. That's kind of crazy.
It don't matter. You got Louis.
You got Louis, but when you're thinking Cavalier versus Cavalier combat, you're thinking that's where Alfred's going to come in handy, and he gets doubled by all of his peers.
He's so much slower than all of them.
He's so much slower. I mean, that's why Chloe is automatically better because she's the only one with speed.
And for some reason, you only run into Axe Cavaliers.
Oh, I have to say this. Put your emblems on your side units. Marth Chloe, Sigurd Etier, or Sigurd Fram. That's also acceptable.
It's bad though.
It's not bad. It's cool.
You just want to make that happen so bad.
Something can be cool and bad even when it's not really cool, but it's bad. It's definitely bad.
Momentum punches.
Momentum anything.
Yeah, but momentum punches.
Momentum anything.
The punches do extra damage.
Anything does extra damage.
No. Because momentum with the weight of an axe is already more damage than any punch.
Any 4 punches.
Yeah.
Man, in the podcast.
It's true. He knew it to be true.
And that's all the time we got. Thank you for tuning in to Triple Fist Bump. And with that, Triple Fist Bump out.
Rise from 1,000 years ago.
And we know that we go.
That's not even the song.
I told you I didn't know it. Now you know that wasn't a lie.
Yeah.
You said you knew the last line.
No, I didn't. I knew the last part of the sound effect where it goes na 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 na.
You were clowning me for saying that.
Only because you were clowning me for saying, oh, you didn't know the second part? I'm like, you also don't know the second part.
Man, I'm done here.
Yeah.